I'm glad you brought up this whole mesh concept because I think Virginia fans are becoming well educated in it because it seems to be an unstoppable play for this offense this year. Anytime they go to it, I know there's, versus zone or versus man, there's different looks and stuff like that. Sometimes the
Mhm.
receiver can break it off in the middle there. Sometimes they just keep going across the formation. Just how has that play been so successful for Virginia?
Well, it gives you a lot of options, right? And that's the thing, starting with the man zone that we just talked about. So you either have the running back or you don't. And if you don't, what you're building on the inside, and if anyone wants to go back and look at film, you build a triangle. You have two shallow crosses, one's low, one's high. The high one's kind of making a rub for the lower shallow cross, right? And they're aiming for the hash marks. And then you have another guy who's running we call it the top of the teepee or top of the triangle. You're going right over the ball at about 8 to 10 yards. And so those hook players, those hook defenders, usually linebackers that are sitting on the hashes or just inside the hashes, you're trying to pry them apart and they're trying to figure out who should I cover. So if they want to dive down on the shallow crosses, well, you have that guy right in the middle of the field at about 8 to 10 yards who we've seen us hit. Now, if they don't and they want to sit there and zone, then you're going to hit one of those shallow crosses either in a dead spot or they're going to sit down versus zone and stop their route near the hashes. So it's an all coverage beater, and it's one that the more you rep, they've gotten hundreds of reps of this play both from the spring and the summer, the more comfortable you feel. So when you get in those tough situations in games, you go to what you do best, and this is a play that Chandler Morris sees really well, and his receivers understand what they're trying to do versus the coverages and the recognition at the snap of the football. They know what they're supposed to do.